This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Entertainment Hour here on the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network, if I could get it right. I am your host, Dragon Viper, alongside my co-host here, Chris P. Bacon. How you doing, Chris? Everything going good? You were delaying there for a sec.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
All right. And happy Sunday, everyone. New week starts this week. We're going to have a good show. Anyway, as we start out like we usually do, we got some shows that we're talking about here. And Chris, go ahead and mention about those shows here on the Coast Entertainment Network.
So we have Entertainment Hour tonight. We'll have Between the Ropes tomorrow. We'll have C2C Raycom on Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday is also a Primetime Blitz with me, Big B, Kevin, and Primetime Moose Tim. Thursday, either Thursday or Friday, will be J-Max new show with I can't speak. You know, their new show. I can't think. But check out Coast to Coast. It's a train wreck.
It's all good. And then of course our show usually should be on Saturday, but Saturday's been really busy in my household lately, so again, doing it tonight. My mom commented and said, "Hi guys, hi mom, how's it going?" So, all right. And if this wasn't live, then there'd be no miscues or anything. So it's all good.
Probably not. No.
So anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on. We like to talk about the news and passing of celebrities. The only celebrity I ended up getting that passed away this past week was actually Diane Ladd. She was in a whole list of movies, but the movies that I recognized her in was in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and National Lampoon's Vacation as Chevy Chase's mom on the movie. She passed away on the 3rd of this month at the age of 89. And it's sad because she died 26 days before her 90th birthday. So she was just barely under 3 weeks before, or 4 weeks before her, before she turned 90. She passed away from if I could pronounce it right, idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, IPF, which is actually a type of lung disease. So, yeah, I mean, other people might know her from other things, but like I said, National Lampoon's was pretty much the only place I knew her from.
Right.
I mean, do you know who that is, and have you seen her in any other thing besides that?
That's the only thing I've seen her in. But man, 90s is still good. It's still good. Reach 90.
Yeah, well, especially when you reach that age and you pass away for something like that. So I mean, she definitely lived a long life. Um, and then, like I said, that was the only one that I saw passed away. Um, and then our celebrity news. So I have a question for you, and I can't believe I did this
Right.
as part of the news that I'm going to mention, but I don't know. Um, so I have a question. So imagine being 70 years old.
Okay.
Imagine would you at 70 be wanting to have a big huge birthday party?
Depends. Uh, it depends on what kind of life I've lived and what accomplishments or whatever I've reached. It just kind of depends on, I guess, my stage in life at that age.
I mean, me personally, uh I mean, I don't know if it's because of the fact I don't like being around a lot of people anyway. And 70, I mean, who knows? I still have a long way to go for that. But um so anyway, um on November 5th, Chris Jenner, who is the mom of that Jenner clan,
Hmm. Yeah.
rich people thing,
Yeah.
um, she had this big, huge blowout, had a bunch of A-list celebrities like Oprah, Chris Rock, Mariah Carey, Adele, Tyler Perry, Snoop Dogg, Paris, and Vin Diesel. Also had Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Um, so all those people were there. Even what's his face? Bruno Mars. They had Bruno Mars there, even singing for that birthday party. They had cops continuously coming out for loud noise. They had cops coming out because I guess they had a large fake like hedges blocking the street outside the property. Um, so they were absolutely going crazy and having cops called continuously. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that family is absolutely. They may be rich, but I think they're getting away with a little bit more than they should. Honestly, and
Yeah.
being 70, I don't think I'd want a huge party that would involve cops and everything else. But I don't know. Um, it is them. So I I just wanted to throw that out there because honestly, I don't think being 70, I'd want to have that many people, and I'd be that you know it'd be that much fun for that age. Mom said, "Sure, why not, Mom? We'll wait till you're 70 in a few years, and then go from see if you want a big party at that point."
So
um,
so you're talking about the Kardashians, basically, all that.
yeah,
You know that, yeah. Uh,
Kardashian Jenner.
right. I think it was Kim was trying to get in the law, be a lawyer. She failed the bar exam.
Well, I guess it doesn't show money buys you everything. Um,
No.
and then the other thing I had that I could find that didn't talk about the birthday party was so Sean Diddy Combs is in the news again, but this time he got in trouble with
He
the law. Yeah,
he
my mom
partied.
says my mom says a few years. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Um so so he got in trouble with prison officials. Um People are trying to throw out different accusations. supposedly somebody mentioned that he's accused of drinking a homemade alcohol while in prison. Supposedly it included mixing and fermenting sugar, Fanta, soda, and apples. No real word why he got in trouble, but you know. So anyway.
Yeah, I heard about that, and that's just crazy. It's been what, 2 weeks since he's been at that prison or whatever. And he's already doing this.
So, all right, and that's pretty much all I have for news at this point, because like I said, most of it was just about Jenners and what everybody dressed in and all that. So, that's pretty much. Have you heard any kind of news by any chance?
I have not per se, no.
Okay. All right. So, that's, like I said, that's all the news I've got for that. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the 5 actors or actresses that regretted a role in a movie.
Okay.
I got a couple shockers, though. Like, for one, Daniel Radcliffe, who everybody who has watched Harry Potter knows that he is one of the main characters in that movie. Well, supposedly, Daniel claimed that his first few movies of Harry Potter, especially the very first movie, Half-Blood Prince, he hated it. Said that his acting wasn't good. He didn't feel like that his he didn't like how he started acting. I believe if I'm correct, that's his first acting role in anything. So he didn't like how he acted in that movie. He felt that I guess it's the 5th movie, Order of the Phoenix. He liked it better because he could see the progression of how he was acting and how well he was doing much better in. So, but yeah, the first couple movies, for a few movies, he was not impressed and didn't like and regretted doing it because he was so young and so new at acting. Here's a shocker. Carrie Fisher, who was known as Princess Leia, yes, in Star Wars. She regret being in that movie. The reason she regrets it, and the only reason why she regrets it, is because when she first decided to star in it, she had no idea how big it was going to blow up. She had no idea how popular it was going to be, and so she was like, "Oh, this movie's kind of dumb. Nobody's going to really want to watch it." And then all of a sudden it came out and all these people started watching it. Heck, even nowadays people are still watching it. And now she's realizing how popular she was, because of that movie, and she's kind of irritated with it. So that's one of the reasons why that she just does not like being in that movie. Then we have Dakota Johnson, who was in the movie 50 Shades of Grey, which, I don't know if you've seen it.
No. I've heard of it, but no.
I've seen bits and pieces. I didn't really care for it. For off-the-air reasons, I did not like much of that movie.
Right.
But she thought the reason why she regrets is because she thought it was a different it was going to be a different movie, which the thing that I don't understand is you got all these actors and actresses who regret being in all these movies, and one of their reasons is because they thought it was going to be a different movie. Now, how is it a different movie when they're reading the script, they're doing the actions and saying the things that they say on the movie, but then all of a sudden the movies come out and then they watch it and go, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I mean, maybe you can shed some light on it or somebody can, but I don't understand that they sit there and say, well, it wasn't the movie that it was supposed to be, or, I don't know. I mean, can you shed any light on that? Because that makes...
Well, maybe she was mentioned about what it could be, and then she was on board with it, and then when she got the part, like, that's not what I had intended it to be.
I mean, I could see if they're contractually obligated into it, like they can't get out of it. I understand that.
And maybe that could be it too.
So, okay. Anyway, so yeah, she thought it was going to turn out differently than what she was told. And according to her, scripts and everything were disorganized. She thought that the production was completely psychotic, which, Mom, I know you've probably never seen it. You probably won't. It's not a movie that you would want to see, but I guarantee it's I want to say trash, really. But yeah, and I could tell the production was psychotic. Somebody was. But it was not the type of movie that she agreed to be in and film. And then, have you seen G.I. Joe 1 and 2? Or 2, I should say. 1 or 2?
No. I mean, I know who G.I. Joe is and all that, but I haven't seen the movies, no.
Well, the main character, Channing Tatum, being G.I. Joe. Yeah, he was not happy to be in it. In fact, he was so unhappy with being in that movie that he told the film writers when they created the second one to kill him off in the second movie so that he wasn't in the third. He was contractually obligated to make it because it was on his contract. He tried bowing out several times, tried begging to get out of it several times, and they told him no, that it was in his contract. He had to be in it. So he hated it. He didn't want to be in it. He thought that the script was bad. And again, that's why he went to the producers and the writers and said, just kill me off in the second one. I don't want to be in the third. So on the second one, he was in the movie for about 10 minutes and then they killed him off. So, and the other reason is because he did not want to be in the lead role as Joe. He wanted to be the bad guy, which was, if anybody knows who or anything about G.I. Joe, the bad guy being Snake Eyes. So he was disappointed that he couldn't be the bad guy, but overall he was disappointed with how things were with that show. And yeah, so he didn't like it for those reasons. And the last one I got is Halle Berry. And you've seen the movie Catwoman, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, her movie that she regretted being in was Catwoman. She felt that the movie was boring. She felt that it was horrible and awful. And she felt the rest of the cast did a horrible job in that movie, as well as herself. So she wasn't, even saying that she did well in that movie and everybody else was terrible. She was saying everything about it was. So
It kind of sounds like she either didn't like the comic, didn't understand the comic really, or it just wasn't made for her. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know, but again, it's one of those things where, I mean, obviously, it must have been the way she thought it was going to go, but after the movie was done, she probably assumed that, hey, you know, this is the acting was terrible, the script was terrible, the entire movie was terrible. Not one, personally, not one of my favorites either. I like Halle Berry. I like, you know, I like a lot of her movies, but I don't feel that it was one of her greatest either.
And then there's some movies that you're like, you know, or some actors and actresses are you know, like you were saying, I didn't know it was gonna work out. I was terrible.
Yeah.
And then it just blows up into something so popular, like you were saying, it was Star Wars, and you know what? It's been many, 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 many years, and it's still popular.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Also, I ended up getting something here, going back for a moment to celebrities passing away, sports athletes. I guess the Seattle Supersonics legend Lenny Wilkens passed away at the age of 88. He was a 3-time Hall of Famer. He was a player, coach, and assistant coach for the Dream Team. He coached the Sonics to the team's only NBA title in '79. Coached a total of 11 seasons in Seattle. So he played 4 seasons for the Sonics, and 3 of them he was an all-star. So, yeah, that was just...
That's a good career. That's a good career,
Oh, yeah.
though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, with everything he did with the NBA and with, I guess it's not Supersonics anymore. It's Sonics now. I thought it was Supersonics.
No, it's Oklahoma City Thunder. They just moved the team.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So it's the Thunder now?
Yep. And I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think they carry over what Seattle did. I don't think. Which is a shame. But
yeah. I mean, all that hard work and titles that they won and stuff. Yeah. Just, wow. All right, moving on to entertainment facts. The movie that was chosen was E.T. And Mom, I don't know if you're still on here or not, but you're going to be surprised that. Yeah, exactly. E.T. phone home. All right, so first thing is, this movie became the highest grossing film of all time, which was broken 11 years later by none other than the movie Jurassic Park in 1993.
That's crazy.
So I didn't even imagine that movie was that, E.T. was that old, honestly.
Me either.
I mean, 93, so 82. Wow.
That's pretty good for 82.
Yeah, 1982 is when the E.T. must have come out, and they So 11 years they were the record holder till Jurassic Park in 93 came out, and then they beat them out. This is interesting. Based on 2 separate projects, Steven Spielberg tried making it a horror movie and a personal story based on his childhood. So trying to, I don't think, I guess they kind of made it a little bit of a horror movie, but it was more, I guess, more towards his childhood and and making it a family movie.
I guess the only thing that can make it like a horror movie is, if your kid was kind of terrified of ET, but
Yeah.
that's the only
And my
thing I
cousin,
can think of.
and I'm really hoping my mom's watching this right now, because I'm going to say this. I have to. So, speaking of ET, when me and my cousin were in high school, I went, and she is terrified of ET, just absolutely terrified. I mean, I don't think she is now, but I know in school she was. So I decided one day to play a trick on her because of knowing how much she hated and was terrified of ET. So I decided to, at the school, get on the computer and print up a picture of ET. So I went to where she was. I think it was in the lunchroom that she was. And I was like, hey, I said, I have something for you. She looks at me and she's like, what? And I said, just look at it. So she opened up the picture and looked at it, and she screamed and threw the picture up in the air. She was so angry. So yeah, I just had to point that out.
I'm sure a lot of people were kind of like that with Gremlins.
Oh yeah, probably. But yeah, she screamed. A bunch of people in the cafeteria heard it, and yeah, she was really mad at me for a few days there. But I just had to say that because we're on ET right now. I figured that was funny. And like I said, my cousin doesn't even watch this show, so I'm not worried about it.
Until somebody else, posts it. And
yeah. Yeah, I know this is posted, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, Randy's talking about you. But anyway, moving on to facts here. Back when Drew Barrymore was little and she was actually acting on the movie or filming the movie, she actually thought that E.T. was real. I don't think she caught the part where E.T. was actually an animatronic and dealt with wires and machines, but she actually, for the longest time, thought that E.T. was real.
Well, in that aspect, it was kind of real.
Well, yeah.
She's not too far off.
Yeah. Kind of looked real to me too, honestly. And then this I didn't know. Steven Spielberg was actually the initial voice of E.T. So every time E.T. would talk, that would actually be Steven Spielberg.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I know. The whole E.T. phone home thing and all that. Yeah, that was initially Steven Spielberg. So, and the last fact I have, and this is funny. So, you know how on the movie they have Reese's Pieces?
Right.
So, my mom says, then there was one time your brother handed her an E.T. Yes, I remember that too. My brother handed my cousin an E.T. doll, and she freaked out too. Anyway, so yeah, I guess before the Reese's Pieces candy was decided, one of somebody, the producer or Steven Spielberg or somebody, who was creating this movie, went and reached out to Mars Candy Company, M&Ms and all them, and they refused. Don't know why they refused, but they refused to be promoted in that movie. So that's when they decided to go to Reese's and ask Reese's, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll pretty much ask what they wanted. The guys are like, well, why don't we do Reese's Pieces? And there you go. Reese's Pieces was the candy, and Mars was kicking themselves at the time because
Oh yeah.
Reese's was making had their sales skyrocketed, and so Mars again was probably kicking themselves, going, "How could we turn them down? We didn't think that this would happen, but." Reese has made a lot more money and a lot more sales than Mars did for those few years.
Uh-oh.
So I bet the president of the company or something was just kind of like, yeah, you're in trouble now for denying or for refusing
Yeah,
them.
we should have asked for more money or whatever.
Yeah. Guess what? Now you're paying for why we didn't get the money.
Yep.
And Mom says Reese's Pieces were new. Well, they had to have been new at the time. It was 82. So
Let me look that up just to see. I'm curious. But keep going.
anyway, so I mean that's pretty much it. I mean,
One thing I did hear about the movie too was, how people, or not people, but they're always making remakes or sequels or whatever. They didn't want to make a sequel out of this one because they wanted to keep the integrity of it.
well, at least
Of
they
the
want to
movie.
keep. At least they want to keep the integrity in a movie. I mean, a lot of these movies they're either trying to remake or add to, and it's like, no, just leave it alone.
So Reese's Pieces were formed or introduced in 1978.
So yeah,
They're
it
yeah,
was
fairly new at the time.
yeah. So there's some facts for ET for you. All
Good
right,
facts.
huh?
Good facts.
Yeah, I thought so. I actually some of it was interesting. I had no idea. I know a lot of things when it comes to entertainment. So, all right, moving on to this day in entertainment history. This I didn't know was actually today, but actually oh my god, I just thought about it. I'm older than A Nightmare on Elm Street. This day in 1984, Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street premieres in the United States. So I'm older than that movie. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway. And then also 2004, video game Halo 2 was released on Xbox.
I remember that game's popularity. Never played it, but
the only Halo game I've played is Halo. No, I was thinking of War. What was that other one? Wasn't Halo? It was something else. Anyway, that other war game I can't think of right now. But yeah, I don't recall ever playing Halo. And then the movies that were released on this day, 1984 again, Nightmare on Elm Street. 1988, Child's Play. We've all seen I've seen Child's Play.
Chucky, Child's Play, whatever.
Yep. The very first one. 1999, right. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. 2001, Shallow Hal. I love that movie. 2005, 2007, Fred Claus with Vince Vaughn.
Oh, Tim Allen. Oh,
No, Vince Vaughn. Fred Claus is supposed to be Santa Claus' brother.
right.
Also in 2007, No Country for Old Men.
That's a very popular movie.
And then 2011, J. Edgar. Hold on
I
a
don't
sec.
remember that one. Yeah, I don't remember that one from 2011. I don't even know what it's about, really.
All right, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
And then 2012, Lincoln. Also in 2012, Skyfall.
I remember those two.
2018, The Grinch.
They made like 1 million of those movies.
And then
Cartoon
2003.
and real life.
What was that?
Cartoon and real life.
Oh, yeah. I remember those. And then 2003, the U.S. premiere of The Matrix Revolutions.
That must have been the second one.
I have no idea. I don't. I tried watching The Matrix a few different times, and I just couldn't get into it, so I didn't watch any others. And then the other thing that happened on this day in 1975, which I'm sure Mom ended up watching, but David Bowie appeared on the Cher Show. So I guess that was a big thing back then. But yeah, so that's what happened in history today, in the entertainment world. Now our question of the day: there are authors out there who have their books and people film movies from those books. Which author is your favorite, and do you like their books or movies the most?
I'm gonna go with The Hunger Games because that's the only one I can think about off the top of my head, and I thought the movie was better.
And who did that?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, I think if I went by the actual author, I'd have to say Stephen King, because he is a genius. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I have not seen any movie or read any book of his that I've been bored with. So I would have to say Stephen King, and I don't have time really anymore right now to read, so I'd have to say the movies would be better.
Right.
Yeah. I've read a lot of his books and seen a lot of the same movies, and I love it. So, and it's almost parallel. I mean, even when you're talking about like, these books and then the movies being made, sometimes they don't parallel. They don't. They say one thing in the books, and then the movies it's completely different. But like somebody like Stephen King, what it says in the books is almost pretty identical to what happens in the movies. And Mom said Stephen King Cujo. Yeah, that's a creepy movie. But all right, and then we're gonna move on to our celebrity birthdays.
Yay.
Yay. Mom, you better do it quick, because yeah. Anyways, so to start off, the singer Royals by Lorde?
Yes.
Okay,
I had to think of the song for a second in my head. Yes, I do.
So yes, it was Lorde's birthday.
I haven't heard that name in a long time. I recently heard the song, but uh,
Although
40?
it's spelled Lorday, it's actually
40?
no, way off.
Backwards or forward? 50?
No,
I don't know.
no, no,
Okay.
no. 29.
Okay. That's what I
So
said. Backwards or forward?
then we have Jason and Jeremy London. Jeremy London was known as Pastor Hampton on Seventh Heaven, and Jason was on an episode or two as they're twin brothers, obviously, but Jason was the bad boy, other half, whatever, twin.
Yeah. 47?
No, you're close. Actually, almost close too. It's actually 53.
Okay. I'll take
So
it, I guess.
both of you were close. And then we have, and I don't know if you've seen Jeff Foxworthy show.
I think so, but I've seen Jeff Foxworthy on shows and comedies and all that.
Well, he had his own Jeff Foxworthy show. He actually had 2 seasons before it got canceled.
Oh, like a sitcom kind of thing?
Yeah. But anyway, there was an actor on there in the first season that was Jeff. He was Jeff Foxworthy's father-in-law. His name is Dokken Matthews. He was Elliot on the show.
58?
Actually, he would like you for that. He'd like Mom for that too. But it's actually 70.
Oh,
So
swing and a miss.
Or what did I say his age was?
You said he was 70.
No, I was wrong. I was reading Mom's age. Actually, I was reading what Mom put as the age.
I know. What you're saying.
No, he actually is 85.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Mom.
I'm definitely way out.
I meant to say 85. And then I don't know if you remember this guy. He was in WWE in the mid 2000s. Muhammad Hassan.
I've heard that name.
He acted like he was Arab. They wouldn't really give him a championship match on air because they said that he was Arab. They dropped the Arab gimmick when the 9/11 happened.
Yeah, I kind of remember that now. 60?
Wow. Mom and Chris Paul. No, 44.
My bad.
And then we have Michael Papa John. I love that last name. He was
Didn't
actually
work for Papa John?
No.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
He was the stuntman for Adam Sandler in The Waterboy.
$60?
Mom question. Actually, you are very, very, very close. She's turned 61.
When you said very close, I was thinking, watch, it'll be 61 or 59.
Yep. And then moving on to Saturday, we have Bonnie Raitt, who sings Something to Talk About. And she was like a kind of a crossover from rock to country-ish.
Country-ish. That should be a category.
Yeah,
And now for country-ish. 53.
No, Mom's closer. Actually, 76.
Oh.
And then I had to be reminded who this guy was by listening to a couple songs, but he was on American Idol. He sang I'll Walk. He's a country singer, Bucky Covington. He was, on American Idol too.
I never watched much American Idol. I mean, I watched it, but not like every season. All that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I think I watched like 2 seasons of the whole show.
I watched like bits and pieces, but 48.
Wow. You both hit it on the head. Yes, 48.
I'm not even looking at the comments.
I know your hands are away from.
Yeah.
But yes, 48. Wow. And then everybody knows this guy. Mom may say she doesn't, but I know she's heard the name at least. Gordon Ramsay, Mr. Hot-Headed Chef.
What? I'm just playing.
I've never seen his show, but I know I've never seen his show, but I know he is a hot-headed chef because of commercials.
Yeah. Go on the Roku channel and they have the unedited.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, some the language is not edited, but
Right.
59.
Are you sure you're not reading my notes right now?
I swear I'm not.
I know. Yes, 59. Mom is way off. But yes, 59. Then we have Jack Osborne. Everybody knows who that is. The late, great Ozzy's son.
I plead the fifth. Would have been. He would be. I want to say 60.
Ouch. Really?
I don't know.
Jack Osborne, he's 40.
Oh.
Mom was close with 38.
I'm only 20 years off or.
Yeah. And then here's one that was an actor. I think he was a singer in the 70s. But Leif, and Mom might know him. Or Mom knows him. What am I saying? Leif Garrett.
Hmm. 65.
In for a second for Mom. Actually, both of you were close. It's in the middle. 64.
Okay.
And then we have Tara Reid, who a lot of people know from American Pie, but I know she's been in other movies. I just don't know what.
$58.
She was Oz's love interest.
I'm going to say 58.
Okay, you're close.
I was going to say, when you pause, and I'll be like, okay, I'll take it.
No, she turned 50.
Okay.
So. And then two former WWEs, one being Keith Lee.
Yeah, I'm going to say 45. He's not being used in AEW.
He's not?
No.
Oh. Actually, no, he turned 41.
Oh.
So you're
Yeah,
close on that one.
I've seen him.
Mom said 36. So you were closer. And then Mr. I'm going to get in trouble for tax fraud, Ted DiBiase Jr.
Everyone's got a price.
Yeah, exactly. So is the IRS. With his daddy.
Um, 70. I really
Wow.
don't know.
Ted DiBiase Jr.
Oh, Junior. I thought you said senior.
No, Junior.
Okay. Junior would be like 40.
You're closer.
Okay.
Actually, 43.
Okay. I thought you said senior. I'm like,
Ooh.
okay.
And then going on to today, Mr. 98 Degrees, former boyfriend of Jessica Simpson, is Nick Lachey. Which is funny because Nick Lachey is pretty much the only one you hear about nowadays instead of the rest of 98 Degrees, probably because of Jessica Simpson, but you don't really hear of any other. Yeah.
I'm going to say 48.
You're close. Actually, he's older than I thought. 52. So, and then we have next up Cisco. He's a one-hit wonder. I don't care what anybody says. Saying the thong song.
I don't know.
He's a singer. He had a one-hit wonder called The Thong Song. And I still think he is part of Drew Hill, who sang Wild Wild West along with Will Smith.
Okay. I'm going to say 50.
Actually, you're close. 47. So, and then we have Eric Dane, who played Multiple Man on X-Men Last Stand, and Jason Dean in Charmed. And no, Mom, his name is not San. It is Mark. So yeah, Eric Dane.
Okay. 50, 59.
Close. You got the decade right. Actually, 53. You're like, I'll take it.
I don't want to go too far over or under. I want to be in the middle here.
So yeah, 53. Then we have Lou Ferrigno, who everybody knows as the original Incredible Hulk.
Hulk smash.
Yeah.
70. I don't know.
No, Mom, his middle name is not Fran either. Mom guessed 73.
Yeah, I guess 70.
Mom's closer at 70. He's actually 74. So
Okay.
he's up there in age. Then we have Jaguars player Jacoby Myers.
I heard he had a good game this week. Today.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the scores yet. Except the Steelers losing. That was fun to
I'm going to
see.
say they're 29. I'm going to say 30.
No, you were right at 29.
Okay.
And then the last one, Mom knows him, so she better put an age down. The one and only Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, former WWE superstar, now in AEW superstar Chris Jericho.
And maybe back to the WWE. Who knows?
Yeah, I've been seeing rumors that he's going to be back in WWE, especially if he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Mr. Lead Singer Fozzy.
Right. The weird thing is I saw his age, but the question is, can I remember? 59?
You guys are making him older than he is, although he looks a little older than. No, 55.
Don't put me on the list, please. I don't
Yeah, Mom's getting put on the list. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and move to our last topic, top 10 or less. I was throwing names from the top of my head. So first to start it off is Rob Schneider. So go ahead and list your movies that you like of Rob Schneider.
So I have Deuce Bigelow. I have The Animal, 50 First Dates, The Waterboy, 1998, Grown Ups, the first one, You Don't Mess with the Zohan, and The Bushwhackers.
Yeah, he's definitely been in a lot of movies, and he's been in even more movies with Adam Sandler in them. You can tell they're best friends.
Yeah.
Mine are Deuce Bigelow, Grown Ups, Hot Chicks, The Animal, 50 First Dates, Big Daddy, Waterboy, Home Alone 2, Click, and The Longest Yard. And then we have Drew Barrymore.
Movies.
I'll go ahead and start Miss Barrymore. We talked about it earlier, E.T. We talked about the writer of this movie, Firestarter. Got Poison Ivy, Batman Forever, Scream, The Wedding Singer. I love that movie. Never Been Kissed, 50 First Dates, Duplex, and Fever Pitch. And then our last is the movies from 2003.
Hold on, I still haven't made my list.
Oh, yeah. Usually you're going first, I go last. So you're right. You're Drew list there. Sorry.
All right, I got E.T., The Wedding Singer, Never Been Kissed, Charlie's Angels, 50 First Dates, you got, that's all I got.
All right, that's a good move. Those are good movies there. And then just go ahead and continue with your movies of 2003.
So my movie, you said 2003?
Yes.
Oh, so my movies of 2003. I had to go back that far, but I did.
I graduated that year.
I was in third grade.
Oh.
Shows you my age. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Finding Nemo, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, Matrix Reloaded, Kill Bill 1, Lost in Translation, Love Actually, and Old School.
Yeah, those are good movies. Well, some of them are. Lost in Translation, I saw it, and I didn't think I was.
We're lost in translation.
Yeah, I was lost. Yeah, that's right. I was lost in translation. You know, I really like Bill Murray, but that was a horrible movie, I thought. But all right, mine is Monster, Pirates of the Caribbean 1, Freddy versus Jason. I'm a big horror person, I guess. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Bruce Almighty, House. I guess I am House of a Thousand Corpses.
Well, Bruce Almighty's not.
Well, no, but House of a Thousand Corpses is.
Yeah.
So, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Here's another one. Final Destination 2.
Is that really a horror movie, though?
Yeah, it is. In a way. Well, no, it's action. Kind of action. Yeah, anyway. School of Rock, Freaky Friday, and Anger Management.
I forgot about Freaky Friday.
So, all right. And that's pretty much all I have. Do you have anything to add to this show?
I got one. And over the weekend, some performers got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bad Company, Cyndi Lauper, Outkast. You also had, where was it? Salt and Pepper, and a few others were inducted.
Well, Cyndi Lauper and Salt and Pepper definitely deserve it. Didn't really care for Bad Company, but well, that's good for them. Good to hear it.
Yep.
And is that all you got for tonight for the show?
That's all I got. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start closing out. Chris, any last words before we get this done?
No, thanks everyone for watching and tuning in. I'll be back next week for another episode, and just stay with Coast to Coast for all of our great shows.
Yep. Absolutely. And yeah, definitely stay tuned. It's either going to happen Saturday, Sunday, depending on, the
Schedules.
busyness of, what's going on. And yeah, so definitely pay attention to what's going on. Thank you everybody for watching and commenting. Mom, we appreciate the comments, and especially you like to comment ages, which I think is funny half the time. So anyway, I hope everybody has a good night and a good week, and yeah, well, and we are out.